Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raw Recap. It is your Drip King, and I'm brought to you by Wrestle Buddy. We had another great show tonight, and I got some stuff to talk about. First up, I got sources. Y'all gonna start to listen to me when I say what it is I'm saying. We'll get more of that towards the end of the show, but you better start listening to Jimmy because I know what it is. I know the haps, and I know what it's gonna be. One day, y'all gonna start listening to me. Got David in the chat. What up, David? Good to see you. Got Randy in the chat. What is up, Randy? Thank you for joining me, buddy. Looking good, babe. Oh, tonight I am looking good. I got the whole shebang going on. I'm ready for tonight. And then we got the Drip King, baby. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's start the show. Because they didn't waste any time. They said, y'all wanted a tag team championship match. We're going to give it to you. Out comes the Bloodline. They the ones. They cut to earlier in the day, though, when they arrived. Riddle made him mad because he flew through in his scooter, and they're like, yo, what's up with this? Then Elias comes by, and he pays the consequences. They beat the piss out of this man and leave him, and then Sammy's like, yo, he's really hurt, guys, and then they leave him. So they're like, I guess we don't have a match tonight. And they said, but that's okay. They issue out like an open challenge. Riddle comes out anyway by himself, and he says, look, I may not have Elias, but I have somebody who doesn't like you guys just as much as I do, and I wouldn't say that we're bros. But you know what's about to happen. Out comes Kevin Owens. He just storms the ring. He walks past Riddle. He ain't even there to play with Riddle. He's just there to beat the Usos up. And we got a decent match for this out of this. And when it first happened, I was like, man, if the Usos were to lose their tag titles right now, and I might be on a lonely island with this one. Yeah, but I'm gonna be on a lonely island with this one. I would have been completely okay with Kevin Owens and Matt Riddle beating the Usos for the tag titles tonight because it would have made a little bit of sense to me, and it would have shocked us. And it's like, yo, we're finally seeing kinks in the armor because we need to see him at some point. Riddle has come back time and time and time again, and he just keeps getting ousted. Kevin Owens is there to take them down. Why not? Why not do it? They didn't, and I'm fine with it. It's okay. The Bloodline stuff is fantastic. But I'm just saying, if it would have happened, I wouldn't have been mad. It didn't, though. We got a decent match out of it. Riddle took the pin again. Now, here's where things get a little bit crazy because nice consistency with the subtlety of Solo being Solo. So during the match, Solo got in the face of Kevin Owens. So Riddle decided to take it upon himself to jump over the top rope and take out Solo. Solo did not forget because after the match, Kevin Owens, like I said, Riddle took the 1D and then Kevin Owens chased Sammy and the Usos to the back with a chair. Then Solo said, you know what? I don't really appreciate what this man Riddle did to me. So he gets in the ring and he ended him. He straight up ended him. He put the chair around his neck. I've never seen this before. I was like, yo, are they really going to try and pull this off? They put it around his neck, put him in the corner, and he hit the butt move. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it. It looked vicious as hell. And then Solo just put his hood on and walked out the arena. It's like, damn. That man was cold-blooded. Given the talent involved, the Usos was surprisingly. Yeah, it seemed, I don't even know. It wasn't special at all. It was just a match that happened. Matt and Kevin, and I have a theory on this, which we will talk about in just a second. The ending with Solo and Matt was excellently done. Solo and Matt have my attention. Yes, absolutely. It was so well done. Solo Sikoa looked like a man that you do not want to cross after that beatdown. And Riddle's going to be gone for a while. Drip King got sources. Damn straight, I got more sources than some people. Anyways, so with Solo Sikoa taking out Riddle, and I think Riddle's going to be gone probably till the Rumble. I think it's a very real possibility that when Riddle returns, he's coming back with a certain someone. Now, I know the rumor or whatever was out that was Randy had the fusion surgery. So it's like, oh, man, he might be done as far as a full-time competitor. But then his dad comes out and says, yo, he'll be back real soon. Tonight is the first night I feel like they've really kind of hit you with the Randy Orton lines. They brought his name up quite a few times, and I don't think that's by accident. Right there. RK Bro, I think we will see at the Royal Rumble. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe I am. But again, coincidences. They're bringing his name up way too often. And his daddy even said, like, he'll be back soon. So maybe the surgery wasn't as bad as they originally said it was. I don't know. We don't know. WWE, I feel like, has been pulling the rug out from under their sources. So maybe it was a lie. That I don't know. We don't know. I'm just going by what I'm looking at and I'm seeing. I'm watching the show. I'm listening to the show for the first time in a long time because we got some commentators that I don't mind. And I'm hearing things and I'm just piecing puzzles. I'm putting the puzzle together for y'all. I think RK Bro comes back to Royal Rumble. That's what I think. Read the shades because they say, I got sources. I know what the haps is. But that was the opening segment. Again, the match, I'm surprised it wasn't better. I really am. But I don't know. I don't know much about Bob Orton. I don't. Again, I'm taking what he says, and then I'm looking at what's happening on the show, and then I'm listening to what they're saying. Why would they just now start bringing up Randy Orton's name so frequently at the same time as Riddle being written off the show? The exact same way they took out Randy Orton. Maybe RK Bro versus, I don't know. I think it. Read the shade. I got sources, and yes, there is some shade involved with this 100%. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better figure it out because I ain't gonna read it out. I ain't gonna spell it out for you. Anyways, after that, Rhea, she cuts a promo. She's got a match up. We got 2 triple threat ladies matches tonight. The winners of each will face each other next week, and then the winner of that takes on Bianca Belair for the title. I like it. That means they're putting they're giving the ladies some time tonight because they ate tonight. All about the ladies tonight. Yeah, but that's kayfabe though, man. Like you got to there's differences. Again, I don't know. I again, maybe I'm completely off my rocker. I don't know. I'm just going off of what I see and what I'm hearing. And most of the time you can figure things out in wrestling by just really paying attention, which is why I think it's so funny when you have these people like, I got sort. No, you just kind of watching the show and it's very easy to tell what's going to happen. I will disagree with this one, but I think she is definitely the second best. Rhea is by far the most interesting woman. I hope they're considering giving her a run with the title. But she basically says, I'm going to win. I'm going to eradicate, yada, yada, yada. She's going to win. That's what she says. Then we go to a poker invitational, the JBL poker invitational. This has many segments through the night. I'm not mad at it. None of them lasted too long, and it's entertainment. We're going to get entertainment on Raw every week. It's just, if you don't like it, you should be watching Raw. And that's what all this was for entertainment. And in the meantime, it also set up several matches tonight. So I think it was an effective way to use this poker nonsense. And at the end of this first segment, Dexter showed up. He still got his bag of money that he got from Miz. He's with Johnny Gargano. He wants to play, and they let him play because they said, yo, your money's good with us, baby. So after that, Bayley comes out. She's going to be in the part of the first match where it's Bayley, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. Thank you. That match is going to be awesome. But before we get there, Becky Lynch comes out and starts running her mouth, talking about, when I was gone, you held the fort. But then when I came back, you was gone. Then when you came back, I was gone. And then I came back, and Bayley was like, yo, knock it off. They're setting up a feud between these two, which, thank you. A women's feud that doesn't revolve around the title. That's what I want to see. No, when she's 100%. And the first half of the match, which we'll get to in a second, but basically Becky and Bayley are just laying groundwork for the program they're about to have, which I am all for because you have the best of the 4 horsewomen and the second best of the 4 horsewomen. And I don't think we've ever gotten a proper feud with the two, especially since Bayley found her stride during the Thunderdome era. Very excited to see this. As Becky's leaving, though, Rhea Ripley's music hits, and I'm more excited about this one than the Bayley one. And that's crazy because I've been wanting the Becky Bayley one forever. Rhea's coming out. Becky's leaving, and they go face to face, and they don't want to leave each other. They're like, nope, nope. I'm gonna just stare you down and stare you down. They stared each other down for a good minute, and they had to be separated. Then Rhea went to the ring, and then obviously Asuka comes out, triple threat match. These ladies got time, and they showed out. Rhea Ripley, like what he's saying right here, believe what she's doing in there. She was dominating Bayley and Asuka for a good part of this match. My favorite part of this match is when Bayley's like, go get her, Rhea. And then Rhea's like, yo, I'm not part of Damage Control. You don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And Bayley's like, okay. So Rhea goes to get it. Bayley tries to attack her, and Rhea literally just turns around and grabs her by the throat and says, I knew what you were going to do. That makes Rhea look like such a badass. And it's those little things that are going to just help us like see it visually. Like we see her and we're like, yo, she looks like a badass. But then when she pulls off little things like that, it's like, oh, okay, she's really about it. She just don't have the looks. She can really hurt you. Obviously, Rhea ends up taking herself out when she got just a little too overzealous, and she did a flip off the apron and missed. So she landed her back. She's out. Bayley goes in, boom, hits Asuka after a nice back and forth. Asuka, she hits the rose plant. 1, 2, 3. Bayley wins. Yes, I did call that one because I got sources. I knew Bayley was going to win. So you're welcome for that. It was very, very good match. It was better than the opening match, if that tells you anything. Women's three-way, very well done. Nice pace. Everyone came out looking strong. Even defeat. Yes, absolutely. This is how you... WWE, if there's two matches WWE has mastered, in my opinion, triple threat matches rarely ever miss, and their 6-person matches never miss. So I always get excited when we get 6-man matches and triple threat matches, because I've never seen a bad one that I can think off the top of my head. I really can't. I'm sure there's been a few, but deal with it. I get excited for these ones, and we get 2 tonight. So it's like, can they top this one? Because this one was really, really well done. But we'll get to the other one later, because that is the main event for the night. Yes, the women's match was very awesome. Tidy, you were going to appreciate this one. I think we'll be having a chat about this one on Sunday, honestly, because it was that good. I think it was that good. After that, we get Seth Rollins promo, and he's basically talking about next week he gets Bobby Lashley, and the winner of him and Bobby Lashley gets to be the number 1 contender for the United States title. Bobby Lashley comes out, and he starts talking. He's playing up to the crowd, so I guess he is a babyface, Tidy. He hasn't gone heel. You were right. I was wrong. There it is. You'll never hear them words come out of my mouth again. But yes, he's still kind of playing his babyface. So Seth starts talking about, you scared of Brock? And that Bobby mad about it. They end up brawling. They go back and forth. They get separated by security and producers and Adam Pearce, but then they fight again. Then they go back in the ring, and they're separated. They fight again. Then Bobby goes to spear him. Seth moves. He spears a producer. Seth walks out, and he says, you done messed up now, Bobby. And he did, because he speared Petey Williams. They called him Pete Williams. I refused. It's Petey Williams. He speared Petey Williams. Adam Pearce was not happy about it, and Bobby was just like, sorry, whatever, and then leaves. That's the segment. It's a decent segment. The brawl one probably a little bit long, but there's more to it later in the show that kind of I'll allow it. Babyface Bobby, man. I wouldn't say baby face. I just think he's not a bad guy. We all know. We all thought real. I did not. And you can go on the Twitter machine and you can see that I called it early in the day. Bayley wins, and then again we'll get to the day the one. I called it. I got sources, baby. Anyways, after that, Saxton, it goes right into an interview with Austin Theory. What do you think about what you just saw? And Austin Theory's like, I don't care. That's the past. I'm the now. And what was the forever is just beginning. And then Mustafa Ali is just, I don't get this one. I don't get it at all. Mustafa Ali has just lost everything. Like he doesn't win, but he still just shows up and keeps getting these opportunities. If that's the gimmick, stop. If it's not the gimmick, still stop. I don't get it. And basically he's like, and then Austin Theory's like, I'm tired of you hearing about you talk about opportunities. You've been given plenty of them. You always get beat. He goes, so I'll give you one last opportunity, but when you lose, you're gonna shut up, and I'm never gonna hear from you again. And Mustafa's like, okay, yeah, sounds good. We call him Bobby Face. There you go. We call him Bobby Face. That's much better than Baby Face, because he doesn't come across as baby face. He just comes across as a guy you don't want to cross. But anyways, so yeah, that set up Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali. later tonight. And again, that's my one gripe of tonight's show, I think, is that it's like, why is Mustafa Ali keeping these opportunities if they're not really giving you a reason that he deserves them? He just loses every time. He just whines like, I want opportunities, and he gets them and he loses. Like, what's the end game here? Show me. Maybe I'm just being a fickle fan. I don't know. I tend not to be those kind of fans, but show me what the end game is here. King, that's right, King. Thank you for joining us, Beer. So after that, we go to another poker invitational in which Dexter is winning. He's winning some money, and they're getting mad about it. And after that, Baron Corbin accuses him of cheating. He says, "You got stuff up your sleeve." And then Dexter pulls out a big axe and throws it on the table. And they're like, "All right, you know what? Everything's good. We're good." Alpha Academy and the Good Brothers, they had a little moment where they were like, nerd, shoosh. I was like, they're probably going somewhere with that. They didn't at the moment, but then we go to the other table, and Dom and Tozawa start having beef for some reason. I missed it. I blinked and it was done, and I don't know what happened. But Dom and Tozawa had a thing, and then they challenge each other. So they fight later in the match. So again, they used the entertainment aspect of the things to set up matches. So I like it. I think that's how you're supposed to use these kind of segments. The face that runs Tidy's plays. Dolph, like that guy from Sister. It is a thing. And it is what it is. That's all I'll say about it. So next up, Theory versus Mustafa Ali, and the match was okay. It was nothing special. It wasn't bad. It was just okay. Theory was getting very vicious towards the end, and then out of nowhere, where is this at? This Dolph Ziggler punk shows up and just super kicks Austin Theory. So now Mustafa Ali is disqualified, and he doesn't get another opportunity. So he's pissed, and he gets into Ziggler's face. Says, "What are you doing?" And Ziggler's like, "Don't touch me." He says, "What are you doing? You screwed it up for me." And he's like, "Don't touch me." And then Austin Theory comes in and takes them both out. He takes them both out. He slams Mustafa Ali into the ring post and then hits 8-Town down on Ziggler, grabs his title, holds it up in the air. He is the champ. He is the truth. And then he's done with both these clowns, and he leaves. Very just weird that Dolph showed up. Maybe I'm missing something, but he looked up until he got 8-Town down from Austin Theory. This likely leading to Ali versus Dolph. Give them 20 minutes to play the match together. Yeah, absolutely. And if this is just leading, if all this was to just lead to a Dolph Ziggler or Mustafa, I think you could have done it easier. But I'm not gonna be mad if we're setting up feuds that don't revolve around titles, even though this one kind of did, but it won't from now on. Ziggler versus Ali, yeah, just let them go out and just ball out. It'd be great. It really seems like they're starting to kind of set up more feuds that don't revolve around titles, which is beautiful. That's what we've been waiting for. Yeah, Dolph screwed Ali, and Ali is mad, and it would be fire. Yes, it would be. It would be very good, and they could have. I don't like best of set. They could have themselves a trilogy of matches that I'm okay with, because I don't think we've seen it. It'd be new, and I'm okay. I got literally be okay with it because they're not doing anything else with these guys, so it makes sense. After that, we go to Poker Invitational again, and JBL's on the outside, and he's talking to someone on the phone. He's talking about, yeah, man, this JBL Invitational is money, baby. He's talking about how great it is. Miz shows up, and he's like, "I'm a little bit upset you didn't invite me." And he goes, "I didn't know you liked poker." He goes, yeah, I like poker, so let me play. And he goes, "All right, there's a buy-in." And then he's like, I'm a little short on cash right now. You know how the crypto market is. And it's like, yeah, it's crashing. I hope that's not where you put all your money, Miz. Are we going to get some bum-ass Miz like bum-ass Corbin? I don't know. But he's like, "Nope, sorry, you ain't got cash. I can't let you in." And Miz is like, "I'll give you my Rolex." And then JBL's like, "Huh." He goes, "It's fake, right? The second hand is ticking. It's not a smooth circle. It's ticking. That's fake." Miz is mad as shit, and he leaves. And then JBL's like, "I guess Miz ain't joining us." And that's the segment. All the while, Dexter's inside the Poker Invitational. He's spending all of Miz's money in that bag of money he got. Hopefully Dolph gets more of a spotlight, because I like Dolph. Yeah, I like the Zig. Get some better finishers, man. That's what I say about that. You know what I think about that. He showed her the cash last week. Yeah, he's making it sound like he's going broke, and that's kind of funny, but we'll see. After that, we go to a commercial. We come back and they're playing poker, and then Corbin gets caught cheating. So everyone gets mad at him. AJ gets in his face and shoves him, and then they shove him back, and then they start fighting, and JBL separates him and screams at him, goes, "What are you doing? I said there's no fighting in my poker invitational." So AJ's like, "All right, get your boys, meet us in the ring." And so you get Corbin, Alpha Academy versus the OC, setting up another match for the night. I'm okay with this kind of stuff. And they kind of foreshadowed it earlier with the nerd, shush, nerd. So it was well done, in my opinion. Next up. Oh, and then while this is happening, everyone's gone. So Dexter ends up winning. So he puts all the money in the bag and leaves, and he's happy because him and Johnny Gargano are now rich. So that was that. That's what happened there. From there, they go to Bianca Belair. She's being interviewed, and I don't think so. I really don't think so. I want a Corbin win. I do too. Trust me. But I don't think this is going to be a thing. I think Miz is not done with Dexter, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong, but I really don't think he's done with him. But we'll see. But Bianca just talks about the winners, who she's gonna face, and she's excited. Puts over Becky, puts over Alexa. So it's like, okay, yeah. And then she even puts over Nikki. She's crazy. She don't know how to handle that. So she puts him over, and that's it. There's nothing to that segment. Then we get the OC versus Corbin and Alpha Academy 6-man match. It was nothing special. Again, when we have a match like the Usos versus Riddle and Kevin Owens, you think banger incoming. So I'm going to use that as the scale here. Again, the match was not that great. This 6-man was better than that match. So that's just my way of letting you know how good the match was, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy to think that the Usos Kevin Owens match was overshadowed by several matches tonight. That's crazy to me. Bianca Belair's interview at the park. Come on, and they were short. That she don't need to be talking too long because she kind of just repeats herself after a little bit. She's stale, man. She's stale. She needs something. She needs something new. I don't know. Make her chase again. I think she's better chasing the title than having the title. But whatever. OC ends up winning. I will say in this match, there was a part where, what is up, David? Thank you for joining, bud. Thank you for joining. Stay tuned. We're going to keep going with the show. And yeah, stay tuned with us. Anyways, so Baron Corbin, he looked really good at one point in this match where he was basically taking out all 3 of the OC. He looked like a legit badass. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting Baron Corbin back. Okay. But then he ended up got hit, and then stuff happened, and OC ends up winning. They pinned Gable. Of course they did, with the Magic Killer. But the end of the match was very fun. The whole match itself, again, I enjoyed the match. It was nothing special, but it wasn't bad at all. It was a good TV match. So that's what the theme for tonight was pretty much. You just got a bunch of good TV matches. Usos versus Kevin Owens and Riddle should have been better, though. I'm still hung up on that one. Sorry. Anyways, after that, Candice is being interviewed, and she knows that she's got a target on her back from the Damage Control because they took her out, and now she's back for revenge, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this right here, there's no progression with her. I will say, when she lost to Becky and had to fight her way back, that was the most interesting she's been since she beat Sasha for the title at WrestleMania. While she's holding the title, she is not that interesting to me. Is she great? Yeah, she's great. She is a superstar. She is a superstar. You gotta have some kind of character progression, though, and she hasn't had like literally any. But Candice, she's talking about the stuff, and then Johnny and Dexter show up, and he goes, "Look at all this money we got," and then she goes, "Holy!" And then you go put them out, kind of repeat the thing from the NXT that they did, and then she goes, "Yo, we're leaving," so they got the money and they left. I don't really know what that was about, but whatever. It is what it is. And then they started talking about, okay, I didn't see this either. I didn't see it last week. I didn't see it this week. Nikki was creeping around the corner behind Candice. So that was the thing. That's what this segment was for then. So good eye. I didn't see that. But we also get Candice versus Io Sky next week. So that'll be fun. Them girls are going to beat the hell out of each other. So if you didn't watch NXT, tune in next week. It's going to be awesome. Then we get Tozawa versus Dom. Like I said, that got set up earlier. This match was literally just to give Dom a win. There was nothing great about it. the what is it? The senton that Tozawa missed on, bro. That hurt my back. That hurt my back big time. He took all of that one, and then Dom hits the frog splash. He wins. So Dom continuing to get wins. They're gonna build this boy up. He's interesting though, so they're gonna do it. Whatever. You don't have to watch the match. There was nothing special about this match at all. Dom hit a frog splash after a missed senton. He got his butt whipped for 90% of his match. So, but seeing Tozawa on TV again, that's cool. I like Tozawa. I would like to see him used more often and not just in jokes. But we'll see. After that, commercial break, come back. Adam Pearce, he chases down Bobby Lashley in the hallway, and he goes, look, man, you can't be touching the officials. And Bobby's like, excuse me? And he goes, look, I know it was an accident. Just don't let it happen again. And he goes, and Bobby said, if someone goes into the lion den, they get ate up by the lion, you going to punish the lion? He goes, look, I know it was an accident. I'm just saying, don't do it again. This is false. This is false. Dom versus AJ Styles was a good match. I don't care if AJ Styles carried it. That was a good match. Zip it. That's right. This did happen. I forgot all about it. I'll get back to it in a second. Anyways, and Bobby Lashley. So there's something going on there. Seth Rollins set something in motion, and Bobby Lashley, I think, might end up getting suspended or something to set up some kind of story because Seth made him hit Petey, the producer, and now Adam Pearce like, don't do it again. And Bobby's like, so what if I do? So something's gonna happen there. I don't know what. We'll see. We're getting Seth versus Bobby Lashley next week, though. Maybe something will come of it. I don't know. But this did happen after the Dom match. I apologize. I forgot. They were about to just take out Tozawa, and the Street Profits came, and then Judgment Day was kind of like, let's bounce, and they left. So we're getting Street Profits versus Finn and Damian, and it could be quite interesting. Yes, it could. I want to see the Street Profits get back into the thick of things. I'm pushing for the Street Profits versus Usos at WrestleMania, so they got to get back to relevance, and this is a good way to start. That's me, though. So Bobby eats some. He gonna beat somebody for sure, bro. He gonna be pissed. He gonna be so mad when they do that to him. I've got a question. Why did Nikki Cross do this? To get rid of the 24/7 title? Because Triple H don't want it on the show, and Nikki Cross is the perfect person to do it with because she don't care about that kind of stuff. She's crazy. So that's probably that was my guess on why they did it. My sources, because I got them, say that that's what it was. Angelo Dawkins, he's our man. Angelo Dawkins is the man for sure. But now it is time for the main events, and I'll just say I won't do that. I'll wait till I tell you about the match. So Lexa versus Becky versus Nikki Cross, another really good triple threat match between these ladies. Nikki being crazy, that's how it started off. They dispatched of her. So Alexa and Becky got a lot of one-on-one time here to start it off. And at one point, Alexa she just snapped. She got mad and she grabbed Becky and put her in the Sister Abigail. And she had that just stone face. She's just like, hold on. Like, yep, she's snapping. She's snapping, but then Becky got out of it and she snapped out of it, went back to doing what Alexa Bliss does. 24/7 was never discussed since Paul took over as far as plans, or it's just gone. They didn't want it on the show. That's literally, I can't think of a better. Paul saw the people shitting on it. He don't want it on the show anymore. I want Nikki to shine and Alexa best be getting good. So I think this is the best Alexa has looked in a match in a very, very long time. Yeah, they did show Bray logo. I forgot about it. I didn't even write this sound because all it did was show Alexa like stretching, and the Lily doll was over here, and then the screen in the back, the Bray thing flashed. But that's like a literally every week thing now. So if that just assume it happened because it most likely did. Am I looking forward to the Royal Rumble in 2023? I will be at the Royal Rumble in 2023. So I am very, very excited about the Royal Rumble in 2023. I am super excited because it's my favorite event. And I think this year it's going to be fantastic. Alexa's back. Yes, it was the best She has looked in the ring in a long time. She took Lucky have. Yeah, you did point out some things for me that I appreciate. You helped me out. So I do appreciate it, Dave. As much as I bicker back and forth with you, I do appreciate some of your insight and help on things. But Alexa, she took bumps tonight. She got in some offense tonight. I was impressed with Alexa tonight. It's the best. I can't stress enough. It's the best she's looked in a long time. A lot of stuff is happening though in this match, and then towards the end, it looked like Becky was getting the upper hand. She hit the manhandle slam on the apron to Nikki. She's pushing her in the ring to get her, and then here comes Dakota Kai and Io Sky, and they take her out, beat her down, power bomb her through the table, and leave. As this is happening, Alexa Bliss goes up at the top rope and hits the Twisted Bliss on Nikki Cross for the 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss wins, and just get this. Have fun. I am going to have a blast at the Royal Rumble, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. But just to say, I got sources. The rumor out was that Bianca Belair was challenging Rhea Ripley next for the title, and I no. Again, watch the show. Watch what's happening. Alexa Bliss is the person I stated a minute ago that she was going to be next. And look at that. Things are falling in line. Alexa Bliss will take on Bayley next week. You got to think Becky's going to want revenge for what they did to her. So taking out Bayley so that Alexa Bliss wins and takes on Bianca Belair. And then Alexa Bliss turns on Bianca Belair because she's not here for fun and games. She's here to win back that title that she lost. It's like it writes itself. I got sources. I just told you what the deal is. I've been telling you what the deal is. Alexa Bliss is going to challenge Bianca Belair. Yes, Alexa. Control. Yes. See, this is an interference I'm okay with because it goes with the storyline. It's helping set up the future Bayley versus Becky Lynch program. It makes perfect sense. So this is a case of interference working in their favor. I wanted Becky. Look, I love Becky, the GOAT of female wrestling. She's on the Mount Rushmore of all wrestling to me. For me, I love her. It's not her time. She don't need Becky Lynch could not have another title run, and I'd be completely okay with it. It's not needed. 2 things I'm looking forward to out of Becky, though. 3 things I'm looking forward out of Becky in the next year that are going to happen. 1, the feud with Bayley is going to be. 2, she's going to beat Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. If she doesn't, I'm gonna be mad. But she's gonna beat Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania to get back that pin that Ronda stole from her. And then 3, we're going to get Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley at some point. And after watching that face-off tonight, I'm like, give it to me right now. Give it to me right now. It's going to be off the charts amazing. Bianca needs to challenge or do something. Bianca is going to get her butt whipped by Alexa when she's like celebrating and saying, "Oh, you did it, girl. You did it, girl." And Alexa's going to be like, bam. No. The goddess is back or whatever she's going to be She's going to take out Bianca, and I cannot wait for it. Alexa, I'd say, is the one in 21 to I don't see Alexa beating Bianca, unfortunately. I don't, but it's going to be a good. They have great chemistry. I seen it. They have great chemistry. I think it's going to be a good match, especially if Alexa's going out and showing out like she did tonight, because I was very impressed with it tonight. Becky can talk, so can Bayley. They get personal. Exactly. There's history. They can both talk. They can both go in there. It's going to be fantastic. It might steal the show whenever they wrestle. I'm assuming it'll be at Royal Rumble. Please and thank you. I'm okay with that. I'll gladly watch that one live. And it has the potential to steal the show. That's how good I think these girls are. But that's the show. Now, as I said in the beginning, as you've been reading across these glasses on it, I got sources. Start listening to me. Seriously, start listening to me, because I guess I'm paying attention more than some people are. And I can see it happening. I can see it. I'm wrong sometimes. Everybody's wrong sometimes. The sources just lied to me. That I can just use that. Plans changed. Just listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. And we know Becky is the best builder to 100%. The Alexa match will be a catalyst to further the turn. I think she turns before the match, man. I think she turns once Bianca celebrates with her and congratulates her. That's when she turns. It won't be much longer. That's what I think. John Cena will return to WrestleMania next year, hopefully, and lose to Austin Theory. That's the hope. He's resourceful. I'm resourceful damn straight. But that was a show. It was a really good show. Last week's show was really good. Keep them coming, baby. Please keep them. Stick to the formula you're going with right now because it's working for me 100%. I've thoroughly enjoyed the last 2 weeks of Raw. And that's all I want to see. You don't have to get better. Don't get worse, please. You don't have to get better though. Just keep giving me this quality of show, and I'm happy. We got a lot of weeks to go till Royal Rumble, so I'll be curious as to see how many of these feuds they're starting up go into Royal Rumble. How many of them are just going to take place on Raw? What they got? I'm very curious to see what they're doing here. But again, I think wrestling is fantastic right now. I think 2022 has been one of my favorite years in wrestling across the board. We've had great matches. We've had great storylines. There's wrestling everywhere. Like just any day of the week you turn on, there's wrestling. 2022 has been great. Let's end it on a big old bang and just keep giving us great episodes of wrestling. Please, oh please, oh please. And I'll answer this last question with a no, and I'll tell you why. Stone Cold is my GOAT. No one's ever gonna do what Stone Cold ever. It's just not gonna happen, in my opinion. He's my GOAT. I got to witness him return last year at WrestleMania. Went to last year's WrestleMania, and it was a special moment for me. Part of me, a big part of me, it's about 70-30. The 70% of me is saying no. I don't ever want to see him to wrestle again. I want to have that moment for me. I got to witness his last match live. Thank you. Done. Don't do it again. That 30% of me is like, I want to see Stone Cold whoop some ass, though. I want to see him beat people like Brock Lesnar, John Cena. I want to see him face these people. As crazy as that sounds, those are the matches I kind of want to see, especially after they've kind of been teased. I want to see those. And there's more. There's more things to do with Stone Cold. But most like I said, the 70% of me is like, no, never do it again. It's not needed. It was a great comeback match after almost 20 years. There's no need to do it again. But again, I'm selfish. Part of me is the self, and I want to see him wrestle again because I just love him so damn much. The only thing I zoned out was the poker. And I don't mind the poker stuff. Again, it helped advance things in the show. My only beef, what was it? Was Ali. I just don't. He shouldn't have been facing Austin Theory again tonight. There's I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. So much time to build to Rumble shit's right now for me. Yes. And I agree with this. There's no need to do it again. There just isn't. And you agreed. There's no need. But as a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan, I'm like, I don't want him to, but what you got for me? Oh, battery dead. I got sources no more. So I'm going to end the show with that because the battery's telling me it's time to end the show. So thank you guys for joining me. I will see you all again on Sunday for the Positively Awesome Wrestling Podcast over at the Drip King of Wrestling. You best be there because that's where I'm going to be. Also, we have the long-awaited War Games Quiz Buddy show this weekend in which Team Drip King will be taking on Team Nick the Geek. I think Sunday. I don't know. I'm still trying to assemble a team because I got people that's ignoring me and nonsense. It might be a handicap match, but the King, you know what the King does. Where's it at? I don't worry about that kind of stuff because I'm the champ. The champ is here. And I'm not losing to no Nick the Geek and his little crew of buddies. They don't come into my land and challenge me. They ain't gonna win. So I will be there at the War Games Quiz Buddies. I will be I will be the winner. However many partners I got. We'll see. But that's the show. I rambled on too long. I will see you all later. Goodbye and peace out.